Hey everybody, just wanted to take a minute at the beginning of this re-upload of Drunken Peasants 309 to explain why we had to re-upload it. Basically, I noticed earlier today that we had a content ID match copyright claim on our channel, actually on TJ's channel now, since we're forced to stream on that due to similar problems. But basically, here it is. Our entire video was claimed by Complex Media LLC. Normally, you know, when you have a content ID match or a copyright claim, it will specify where in the video they believe their copyright has been infringed. In this case, there's no timestamp. They're claiming the entire video, and because of this, the video is blocked worldwide. So I'm going to have to edit it and re-upload it without what I believe to be the claim. What I believe the claim to be is the video that we played where Tommy Sotomayor was ambushed during an interview with Vlad TV. Based on my research, I believe it's Complex Media. I believe they are associated with Vlad TV. Obviously, this was clearly under fair use. We did not upload just the video unedited. We paused it several times. It was part of a 2-hour show, and during the times that we paused it, we did include our commentary about the situation. The situation was relevant to us because, as I mentioned before, we're having to stream on TJ's channel due to Tommy Sotomayor giving us false copyright claims. How ironic. How ironic. It really is. But, of course, we're disputing this. We're going to have to wait until until 30 days from today. So, in my opinion, this is a blatant attempt to cripple this video for 30 days. That's what they're doing. It's pretty obvious. I've seen other instances where this same video was taken down on other channels. The difference between them and us is that we actually edited the video in order to provide commentary. It was transformative in nature. You've heard it all before. So we're disputing this, and I am now uploading the video.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today, with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay. You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode 309. It is sure to be the greatest DP episode of all time.
Wow.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Hold on.
Stark claims from Ben tonight.
I was just going for some of that hyperbole like they use in pro wrestling.
Some of that old-time hyperbole?
Well, like at the beginning of every fucking pay-per-view event, they're like, this is sure to be the greatest of all time.
Yep.
So I was just going for that and hoping people would just buy it.
We've never seen a match like this one.
Right.
You've never seen an episode of DP quite like this.
Yeah.
You haven't.
We're making history tonight.
You sold me, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm on the hype train now.
Yep. So that's what's going on.
Let's get some booties clapping in this fucking place, man. I want to see some big fat booties clapping.
I have to interrupt you to smoke weed. Because,
sure.
Man, that's all we can do here.
Of course, yeah, that's all we ever do.
All right, that's enough of this fucking show shit.
Hey, let's talk about this. Here's something new.
Sweet. Drunken Peasants Albuquerque meetup.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
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 Try to spell it without looking at the screen.
Fuck, I got nothing.
ALB.
Nope, you're already fucked.
Fuck. Okay.
I'll try it.
All right, Paul will try.
ALBUQ. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. ALBUQUEQ.
No, fucked it. God damn this city, but we're gonna be in it.
Everyone got a little further than the person before.
Yeah.
Nobody can spell it, but we're all gonna be in it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be drinking.
There's already 23 people who have signed up, and we haven't even announced it on a show yet.
Cool.
That's fucking hot.
I'm putting the link in the description now for anyone
Come
who's in
hang
the
out
area.
with the Drunken Peasants in Albuquerque.
It's gonna be good.
Man, yeah,
When is that happening? February 1st.
Yeah, I mean that's the date we're thinking.
It's a tentative date, and
we have not.
We're still
secured,
looking at.
but,
we're looking at venues, but it's definitely happening. So clear your fucking calendars for this area of time if you want to go.
Let us know.
Let us know if you're
are coming.
interested. Sign up as interested. If you can definitely go, sign up as going. Let us know how many people we can expect, so we can figure out what kind of venue we need to get.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Fucking Albuquerque.
Yeah.
We're putting a link in the description right now. That should be there. If you don't see it, refresh your page.
It's
and you'll
there
see
now.
It.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's kind of funny, like, this meetup is kind of happening because you guys are heading to San Antonio, and at the same time, I will be heading out of San Antonio. So we'll pass each other on a plane, and then I'll get on a plane and come to Albuquerque.
You're a faggot. Yeah, buddy.
Fucking Paul, dude. We actually have to go to San Antonio.
I am, TJ.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention this, but they were in the bathroom earlier, and I don't really know what was going on with that.
He's like, Paul, come in here for a minute.
And we did hear like these kind of noises.
They have their little secret meetings, you know.
Yeah. It's a secret. No one's allowed to know what me and Paul do in the dark.
I don't want to know, dude. I'm fine being ignorant. I don't want to know. Depravity beyond measure. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm guessing it was just.
I'm good with that.
Pat's my best friend. I want him to be in here where I shake my pee-pee.
Yeah. Just wanted to give Paul a big old hug.
Yeah, whatever. You liar.
And a small.
We're not comfortable showing like physical expressions of our care for each other in front of you guys because you always call us faggots. So we have to do it in the closet now.
But Paul,
you forced us into the closet.
In all fairness,
aggressives.
You are a faggot.
Yeah.
Are you not, Paul?
Granted, yeah, I am.
Okay, TJ, are you a faggot?
Yep.
I'm kind of a faggot.
Well, I mean, if the glove fits, man.
Well, like let me ask you a question. Does this make me a faggot? I would fuck Blair White.
No, that's kind of like a gray area.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what.
But you have had sex with TJ, so that definitely qualifies you.
Yeah.
Sure, but it wasn't consensual though. I held TJ down.
I mean, another gray area. Was it consensual or not? I don't know.
Who can really say?
Yeah, I mean, TJ seemed willing, you seemed willing, but then you guys are saying there's different stories, there's different versions of events.
You know, consent. You know, they want it to be a line, but it's really blurry, man. It's hard to tell where that begins and ends.
Yeah, man. It's more like a mist.
Yeah. A mist that you walk through.
Consent is a mist.
And then you get all sticky on the other end. And you track mosquitoes and shit. It's really weird. So yeah, Albuquerque meetup. If you want to,
It is happening.
If you want to come hang with some fat fucks and I guess some not so fat fucks, then here we are.
I mean, either way, there'll be plenty of them there. So
Yep.
if you like neck beards, this is your place.
Yeah. Come to the homeland of the next beards.
Yeah, let's do a check. Let's see.
It'll probably be somewhere in downtown Albuquerque.
Yep.
So
stay tuned.
Come on down.
Albuquerque.
All right, what's next?
we were gonna play this video here.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Apparently, Tommy Sotomayor, he was doing an interview with Vlad TV. I guess that's a pretty popular channel. Has over 1 million subscribers.
Cool.
And all of a sudden, this guy, what's his name? Tariq Nasheed?
I guess.
Who apparently, isn't someone I would agree with on many things.
Racist Ben.
Before we start, what kind of a channel is Vlad TV? Because I don't know it.
It's a popular channel, and he does a lot of interviews.
Okay, so it's an interview channel. Okay.
Yeah. He sucks their blood afterwards. Hails
Vlad,
sticks.
ooh, can I drink your blood? I am Vlad.
Vlad.
Can I drink your blood? Can I?
All right, let's do the redo.
Let your scalp breathe.
Well, you want to move on to something else, or?
Yep.
All right.
Sweet. Puking dog.
Puking dog.
That is the second time in a row that I've watched this intro and gotten sympathy nausea for puking dog.
It's becoming a trigger. Paul's triggered everybody.
All right. Here's another Fox News War on Christmas video.
Talking Points memo: Christmas in America.
He's pretty much.
You may remember about
this
10 years
shit,
ago,
too.
the Factor began spotlighting companies that refused to say the words "Merry Christmas."
He's proud
In
of
fact,
it.
some of those businesses actually ordered their employees not to say that. Well, that culture war issue ignited, and we won. Most companies stopped the nonsense, and Merry Christmas became a common greeting once again. For me, it was interesting to go
heroes
through
you
that
are.
because some on the far left actually denied there was any controversy at all.
I've never noticed a difference.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Some places, since I was a fucking kid, have been Merry Christmas. Some places have been Happy Holidays. Some places are both. I've never noticed a big swing in one direction or another. So you did fabricate it, Bill.
Yeah.
You made it up in your own little fucking head. That was a war that never happened. That you take credit for winning.
Yeah, remember last year when Josh Fierstein did that whole Starbucks Cup thing? That was great.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying they fabricated everything, but they just made it into something that's really not. It's just some companies don't say this, and it's like, oh, they have a war on it, they're against it. There's no war on Christmas in America. America pretty much comes to a standstill.
Well,
people spend hundreds of billions of dollars on Christmas. Millions of people, the vast majority of people celebrate Christmas. How's there a war on Christmas?
There's just a tendency among Christians, I think, especially to view not getting deferential treatment as being like victims.
Dude, Christians have like some of the ultimate fucking persecution complex people.
We're not allowed to discriminate anymore. That's discrimination against us.
Going back to that Fierstein thing, I worked for Starbucks for 8 years, and it was such a fake Tempest in a Teapot controversy because every year Starbucks has a different fucking Christmas cup. Some years it says Merry Christmas. Some years it's a bunch of snowflakes or a reindeer. Every year it's a big thing to see what the cup is. So he acted like it was just common practice for Merry Christmas to be all over Starbucks cups, and that's never been the case.
Yeah, I mean, like, and because they chose to do like a basic like red holiday cup and do like a minimalist style,
Yeah.
he's like, what the hell? Usually there's a fucking picture of Jesus on a manger in there, but this year,
Never.
nope. The atheist done took over. It's like, what are you fucking talking about, crazy fuck?
Oh, that I fabricated it. More lies from a crew that is incapable of telling the truth.
Cool.
Anyway, this year, the American Family Association, based in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis's hometown, has issued its annual Naughty or Nice list. That tells the public which businesses are Christmas friendly and which are not.
Really?
Yep.
This year, the following companies are rated 5-star nice.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Look, Ashley's employer tops the list. Cracker Barrel.
Hobby Lobby, far right Christian thing.
Cracker Barrel, Hobby Lobby,
Kirkland's, yeah. Lowe's, yeah.
Michael's store.
I like
Walmart.
it. Yeah. Walmart, sweet.
What is
Remember
this
that.
list? 5-star nice.
That's the ones who are most receptive to Christmas,
basically
the Christmas spirit,
Companies that probably
which
have
is
a lot of
now a
Christian bullshit.
mandate for all of society.
So the Christmas spirit is now quantified by a 5-star ranking
Damn
system?
right, by the American Family Association, the most regressive shitheads in America.
A wretched fucking
The
organization.
actual definition of regressive, not the AIU definition of regressive.
One time, Lowe's was a problem, but obviously that's turned around.
Wow.
Also on the Christmas-friendly list, Ace Hardware,
These are
Banana
nice.
Republic,
They're not nice. They're not
Bass Pro Shops,
5-star
Bed
nice.
Bath & Beyond, Books
But
A
they're
Million.
nice.
I can't
Dick's
believe
Sporting Goods,
This exists,
Home Depot,
Ben.
J.C.
Yes, this is a
Penney,
necessity.
Kmart,
Every good Christian consult this list
Marshalls,
to know where you're
Neiman
allowed to
Marcus,
fucking
Pro
shop.
Flowers.
Thanks. I'm
Rite Aid.
I want to see who's on the
Sam's
naughty
Club.
list.
Yep.
That's enough.
Yeah, because I want to know where to
Is
shop.
this just a giant advertising block here?
Yeah, and all
go
those
to these
companies use the
stores.
word
Get
Christmas
good.
in their advertising.
Oh,
and
good job. Where's the naughty
Now, the naughty companies. They're kind of marginal.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see who's naughty. I want to
Those
know who to
fucking
give my money
Who's
to.
been naughty? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna,
companies. Oh, my God.
Starbucks has been naughty.
Oh, I
I'm
love
feeling.
Christmas.
Spank these naughty companies.
Barnes & Noble.
Oh, naughty.
Ooh, Barnes & Noble selling books. Fuck you,
Best
Barnes
Buy.
& Noble.
Ugh, Best
Oh,
Buy.
Best Buy. Foot Locker.
Foot
Gap.
Locker.
Foot Locker.
The Limited. Nordstrom. Office Depot. Office Max.
Between Office Depot and Office Max, it's no office supply
Pet
store
Smart.
anymore.
What the
Staples.
fuck?
And Staples.
Yeah.
Apparently, office supply stores are not sufficiently
What
Christmassy.
the fuck do they have? What do they sell there that you need for Christmas in an office supply store? I want a fucking Christmas chair now. It's a Christmas Staples.
Look at the bottom company on this list. You really want Jesus in a lingerie crotchless panty shop? Like, what is this?
Staples.
Just have a model
Warriors.
crucified in the center of the fucking Victoria's Secret. For
According
JC,
to the AFA,
man, for JC.
those companies are not in the Christmas spirit.
Fuck
Kind of
them,
bad news
then.
for them because Donald Trump.
This is the number one.
Donald Trump is on the
This was like the number one cable news show forever. It may
It still
be.
is. It is. It is to this day.
Oh, God.
Yeah, put up the
It
Trump.
has been for, I think it's running for like something like 900 weeks now. It's been number one. So nearly 1,000 weeks.
I like how he says Donald Trump's on the case. Does Bill O'Reilly go on top of the roof of the Fox News building and put the Trump light out? Then Trump just like flies in there.
Inspector Trump.
Is on the case.
We're going to start saying Merry Christmas again.
Kellyanne Conway is
What do you
paying.
mean again? People already say it.
Yeah, it's such a myth.
How about all those department stores?
Who gives a
They
fuck?
have the bells, and they have the red walls, and they have the snow, but they don't have Merry Christmas. I
Fuck
think they're going to
them.
start putting
They
up
don't have
Merry
this one
Christmas.
phrase.
Yeah, it's about time that the President of the
deported.
United States entangled himself in this stupid
Right.
shit. Thank God.
Now, does the Christmas deal really matter?
No.
Since the war has basically been won, this is a cleanup operation. But the information is valid. Many Americans celebrate Christmas.
That's it. I'm declaring an actual war on Christmas.
Me too.
Yep.
Fuck this.
I am going to make every effort to never say Merry Christmas this holiday season. I'm going to stick to Happy Holidays. It's time to fucking declare a fatwa on Christmas.
Fatwa.
Damn. Shots fired, Paul.
I don't want to
I'm
see
just gonna-
Jesus. I don't
I'm
want to
just
see
gonna
Christ.
say like, Happy Solstice.
Yep.
Hail Mithra, bitch.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
We're gonna go back to the old Navy ad campaigns for our fucking
Wasn't that
holiday
Virgin?
fodder.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
It was Ramahana Kwanzmas.
Yeah, Chris Mahana Kwanzaa was fucking old Navy. Dude.
Oh, okay. Ramahana Kwanzmas.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's time to it's time, guys.
It's time.
Time to get Jesus out of Christmas for good. These people are pretending he's still a part
we
of
should
this.
sell bumper stickers that say "Take Christ out of Christmas."
Yeah, seriously. I'll put one on my new car.
Awesome. Me too.
Take Christ out of Christmas, man.
Me
Get him out of there.
Fucking too, y'all.
I'm tired of seeing his bleeding corpse when I'm out shopping. It's time to keep that in the churches and in your homes.
Hail Satan. Fuck Christmas.
Tired of hearing his fucking name invoked when I'm out buying things for my family.
Fuck him. All right, next. What do we got?
NYC to offer free Trump-induced stress therapy.
What?
Half a dozen New York City agencies now offering therapy to city workers if they're upset about the election. Democrat Mayor Bill de Blasio sending out an email that reads, quote, many New Yorkers may be feeling distressed or vulnerable following the election results. We've seen the concerns expressed on social media. We are monitoring them closely. Psychiatrist and Fox News contributor Dr. Keith Abloh with me now. So, I mean, New York City is tough enough to go through 9/11. Now they can't handle an election? What do you think, Doctor?
I think that Mayor de Blasio and those like him want to hobble people. This is the agenda of the left, to weaken people, to make them think that they can't take a punch and therefore need government to intervene with therapy. This is an insult to anyone who suffers true mental illness. Think of the resources that he's proposing to waste when there are homeless mentally ill, when our prisons are full of folks with severe mental...
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with this guy, but on the other hand, isn't the Trump family unnecessarily staying in Trump Tower in New York costing the city $1 million a day?
Yes. I mean, yeah, but he's not talking about that.
Yeah,
he's talking about
that's
the
a separate
wasting,
issue.
the wasted appropriation of mental health funds to coddle people who are sad that Hillary lost when there are homeless, when there are raving homeless people on every corner in fucking New York City.
No, don't spend the money on them. Spend them on government clerks who are like, Trump won.
And how many people really need to go to therapy for it? I mean, there's probably some bitching on social media, like on Twitter and Facebook, like, I can't believe this America's fucked. You know, they don't need therapy to fucking get over this. They'll fucking live. They'll be fine.
This dude, he's kind of a pop psychologist, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. Keith Abloh. He's been on the Howard Stern show before, and he's a smart guy, and he's right about this. This is just stupid.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy this whole, like, this is just the left making people feel weak.
He is right wing, but
yeah, but I mean, I agree with the general sentiment.
The money
that
and resources can be far better spent. Yeah.
illness when millions and millions of Americans are facing major depression, and he's talking about treating folks because they're disappointed in the outcome of an election. He should be ashamed of himself.
Okay, if anyone's really that distressed about the outcome of the election, the treatment they need is to fucking realize that they're blowing shit way out of... I mean, like, if the psychological counseling they're receiving is like, you're blowing this way out of proportion, quit being a fucking crybaby, then that would be fine, I guess. But that's probably not what they're receiving. They're probably getting like, we just need to work together in these hard times now that Hitler too is in office.
Humiliated. He needs psychotherapy, and you know what? I'd do that for free, just to try to spare the rest of the community the dismantling of their self-intention, of their self-esteem that he represents. Mayor Bill de Blasio, free therapy from Dr. Keith Abloh.
Doctor, when you saw the story, what was your gut reaction that he is basically saying that the Trump election is unnerving city workers and you need to get therapy for it? What was your gut reaction? What do you think that is going through his head?
Don't most city workers already have insurance? I mean,
they do.
Does this really need to be something that's covered? That, you know, I just don't see why you would need to do this.
The only reason they're covering this is because they think people are going to hear about this and be like, oh, wow, Trump's election is so bad that these people... But no one's thinking that. Everyone's just thinking, like, what a bunch of fucking crybabies.
They're using mental health as a shield to obfuscate the fact that they're just trying to get in the good graces of their mostly liberal constituency by going, we're on the same page, and here, we're going to give you some free counseling to get over this Trump thing, and we'll get through this together.
Yeah, that's all.
But it's a profound misallocation of mental health funds, and I agree with this guy.
My gut reaction is this. I try to do the arithmetic. What's he really saying? What he's really saying is that you should need help because an election was held. That's the end game of these folks, by the way. The end game of people like Mayor Bill de Blasio is to disempower the electorate to a person, such that they feel they have no autonomy and they can't...
That doesn't even make sense. That's just gibberish. Yeah, I mean, I agree this is dumb, but this whole idea of, like, his long game. Like, there's no.
He's on Fox News talking about the liberal agenda,
Sure.
of course. I mean,
not everything he's saying is total dog shit.
No.
But yeah, that whole little weird web of conspiracy is just jibber jabber, in my opinion.
Can't deal with anything. So my gut feeling was, wow, there they go again. They're stating that our elections themselves are things to be grieved over. This is a democracy. This represented, by the way, the reclaiming of our country, not the squandering of it. This election was absolutely seminal and necessary, and I'm not...
A lot of fortune tellers out there about Trump.
Yep. We reclaimed our country before he's even take office.
The real big problem I think you see with this is everyone talking about the election was before, when everyone assumed Hillary was going to win, like, you had this huge expectation on the liberal side, and on the Democratic side, it's like, this is going to be a wash. This is basically a formality. And then
finally, someone who is willing to represent the oppressed voices of the oil industry and the finance industry. Oh, thank God! Finally, we took America back for those people.
Ain't that?
What are you talking about? How did you reclaim anything? I mean, I get it. Maybe a lot of liberals are acting like Trump is the fucking Antichrist, and I don't really think he's that bad, or at least I haven't seen any indication yet that he's that bad. But
he hasn't been in office yet. We can't judge his presidency until he actually gets in office.
I mean, if we just look at the fucking if we look at it just as cabinet appointments, I mean, like, it doesn't really seem like the balance of power has shifted in Washington or something.
Let's call a spade a spade. The liberals are, by and large, acting like conservatives did when Obama was first elected.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before he got into office. All these fucking dark omens and ill portents and shit. And it's just like, come on, guys.
Actually, I remember I was reading something that Repsion wrote back when Obama first got elected, when Repsion was a Christian.
Yeah.
And Repsion was like, he's the Antichrist.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Repsion was writing about how Obama was the Antichrist.
No wonder he did so bad on that trivia shit.
He didn't even get the Bible section right, though. So,
get thou down, Baldy.
That was when he was a Christian, so like he was convinced Obama was a fucking Antichrist.
Cool. Obama is the Antichrist.
Somebody like Bill de Blasio, who doesn't really favor truly American democracy, I don't believe, or entrepreneurial activity, or the rights of individuals.
Pablo, please.
Come on,
Bill
dude.
de Blasio is the mayor of New York City, one of the hubs of commerce for this nation, and you're telling me he doesn't believe in commerce?
Yeah, he clearly does.
Isn't he like a billionaire, too?
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here.
I don't know if he is, but
look, he's doing something stupid.
Rich, right?
That doesn't mean you don't get to paint him with this broad brush of negativity because he did something stupid, okay? He's not a fucking communist because you don't like what he did.
Yeah, he's extrapolated so far on this point. Like, he had a good point about the mental health care and the obviously the limited resources and limited funding, but then he just went into crazy town.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting being the mayor of New York because they oversee like a larger population and a larger economy than most countries.
Most governors too.
Yeah.
I mean, only a few states. I mean, obviously New York is a big state. Florida is a bigger state. California, but yeah, for the most part, that is like, what is it? 18 million people live in that metropolitan area or something.
Yeah, there are states with less than 2 million people in them, so it's like
there's states with less than 1 million people in them.
Yeah,
like Wyoming.
So.
Yeah, North Dakota.
To say this guy doesn't believe in the democratic process, doesn't believe in commerce, doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, that's why he's gone and shut down Wall Street.
By it, he's projecting. Everyone needs help when really Bill needs help. And you know what? Here I am, Bill.
Okay.
Come on, I can fix this. Was it your mom?
If I had to picture what Lex Luthor would look like.
What is this face she's making here, dude?
She looks like she just smelled a fart.
She looks like there's a turd on her tongue.
Yeah, what is going on with her?
What a sour look. Is that her laugh?
I don't know.
Because he's kind of trying to be funny, saying he'll give him free counseling to fix his weirdness. And is that what she does when she laughs? What an unfortunate laugh.
She looks, yeah.
I mean, everybody's making fun of me for my stoner giggle, but at least I don't go.
Maybe she
Did
needs
she
mental
tell you
health.
you weren't a real guy?
Okay.
You're a leader. Let other people have their lives and their autonomy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So before we move on with DP Action News, I did want to give Paul. Well, actually, I don't know if you wanted to talk about this. Palm Jam. Do you want to at least
first thing I want to say about Palm Jam is
the hero of the day?
Hold on. I'm exercising caution because he hasn't released what he says he has yet. But
okay.
For those of you who might remember, I think we've actually mentioned Palm Jam on the show before, maybe on a private show, as one of Brett Keane's little toadies, his little nut-swinging, sycophantic fucking retards, right? And I've actually interacted with him on the subreddit and on Twitter and called him a piece of shit and pointed out what a fucking... Well... What he's claiming is that for the last year or more, Palm Jam has been a deep cover troll, and he has been recording, according to him, dozens and dozens of hours of private Skype conversations and DMs and PMs with the manatee. And he is in the process of going through all of that. He's a big fan of me. He's a big fan of us. And he did this for us. Now, that's what he's claiming. Now, I have seen some private messages and stuff that he's posted on the subreddit between the manatee and my friend Jason and Chris Anderson and him, but I have not heard any audio yet. So we need to be careful. This might be a counter troll operation or something.
Yeah, I've expressed that. Like I don't know. I want to see the evidence that comes forth. But until there's something proven,
sure.
I mean, how do I know he's not? I mean, look, if let's say it's even true, he did troll Brett for a year. What if he just trolls us for a year?
Exactly.
We don't know.
So I have made contact with Palm Jam on Twitter, and I'm going to find out what he has, and I'm going to ask him privately to see what he's got, and we'll find out going forward what the truth of this is. Hypothetically, if what he's saying is true, there may be a treasure trove of manatee content coming.
Yeah. Because then we get to hear what Brett says about us when he thinks we're not going to know.
Yeah.
If that's true, man.
That's what I'm saying. If this is true, that's why I'm so excited. If he has been think about all the manatee bullshit that's gone on over the last year.
Yeah, we can see behind the scenes.
All the shit we've covered on the show, all the things he's said, all the schemes and lies and shit he's told. If he's got evidence of the manatee talking about that shit, oh my God, it's like Christmas already. So... Wait, I'm taking a cautious approach. I'll reach out to Palm Jam. I'll get in touch with him. I'll see what he's got. And we'll go from there, yeah?
Yeah.
Quick update for anyone, just in case you missed this earlier in the show. We are having another meetup. It's been several months since our last one. This next one is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. ALBUQUERQUE. Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I know you know how to spell it.
Yeah, because I had an address there. So
yeah,
that's, and it never quite goes away. I always remember how to spell it. But already 25 people. And we don't expect this to be our largest one, but who knows? I mean, we were surprised with Toledo.
I mean,
Toledo's not a huge town, and Albuquerque's bigger.
We've got fans in the Southwest, man.
Yeah,
we got fans in Arizona.
Things are just more spread out there, though. People that wanted to come to the Toledo meetup from like Cleveland, that's 3 hours. Chicago, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In Albuquerque, you're talking like a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
But crazy.
I mean, we've had people that have driven from a long way to come see us at these other. I mean, look, Arizona's right there. North Texas is right there. There's all the surrounding areas.
One thing I will say about it is that Albuquerque is not an expensive city to like get a hotel room or an Airbnb in.
Oh, not at all.
So that and if you live close, it would be a cheap flight from somewhere in Texas or Arizona or Colorado.
Yep.
So
puddle jumper flight.
Come hang out. It'll be
cool.
a good time.
We're gonna get drunk and talk shit and
drink margaritas.
Hopefully, a story time with
burritos.
Paul.
Yeah, maybe a story time with good old Uncle Paulie.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to secure a venue. So if we can get enough people to at least commit to come, then we can go to this venue and be like, hey, we're bringing people in. Let us use your PA and sound equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
cool.
All right, moving on.
That woman's smile will haunt my dreams.
In a town hall, Bernie Sanders claims Donald Trump won because people got sick of political correctness. Bernie's right until he defined what politically correct actually means.
For years and years, we have been told by Republicans and many Democrats that our trade policy was a great idea, that it was working for America. Well, you know what? The American people don't believe it. They think there's something wrong when just with permanent normal trade relations with China and the Mexican free trade agreement, we have lost some 4 million decent paying jobs. The American people, I think, want candidates and politicians to have the guts to stand up to the billionaire class and start representing the middle class and working families of this country. I don't think it's more complicated than that.
It's a nice fantasy, Bernie. It's a nice fantasy.
See what he did there? He turned real rebellion against the PC into something about class warfare. Sorry, Bernie, it's not about the billionaire class. There are 540 billionaires in America. Small class.
You're a moron.
But there are thousands of jerks telling us that
what are you, dude? Is this guy for real?
Yeah, he's on Fox News.
There's only 540 of them, and they. Oh yeah, so let's see, because we all know it, when you have power, there's lots of people in power, right? No, wrong.
Yeah, and how many billions of dollars do they have between all of them? You know,
if you're a billionaire, you can insert yourself into any conversation anywhere in the world. I mean, look, if Paul was a billionaire, say, and then Paul really supported Trump, he's an outspoken person, they're not going to cover most people that say, I support Trump, but if billionaire Paul says, Trump, I'm going to give Trump $100 million, I'm going to do this, I'm going to buy $100 million worth of ads. Yeah. He's suddenly in the national conversation, everyone knows his fucking name.
Yeah. And plus any of these, like, $200,000 a plate dinners they have for fucking
and it buys you influence.
Right, that's the thing.
You can go. Like, I can't
you have
go.
lobbyists.
The front end of that is not my problem. When big billionaires give big amounts of money to a political candidate and that becomes a news story, whatever. But it's what it gets them. They're not dumb. They didn't become billionaires by giving away money. They're buying influence. They're buying access. And that ain't cool, because I can't afford to buy access to Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump.
evil. See, the PC rebellion is about a reaction against the media academic complex, which tells us what to say or else. People were tired of the...
Or else what?
Or else.
Or else what?
Yeah, I mean, look, even if they say it, and there's a lot of people that do want to tell you how to talk, you just fucking, what are they going to do about it? If you don't fucking agree with them, what are they going to do?
Yeah, last I checked, no one was getting round up into jail or some shit for like, man, you said something really hurt my feelings, you go into PC prison.
Identity wars that pitted young versus old, white versus black, gay versus straight.
In other countries,
it's why
they have
each
laws
time
like
a
that.
celebrity feminist lectured us on Trump, Hillary lost more votes. Every time Lena Dunham opened her trap, her causes shriveled, among other things.
That is true.
I mean, I wouldn't put it so much on celebrities. I would put it more.
No.
I mean, look, Hillary had tons of celebrity endorsements. They probably, if anything, that probably helped her. But I mean, Hillary was just herself was so unpopular that even people who were famous and have influence, no one liked Hillary. It didn't matter.
It's like even if you like Brad Pitt, if Brad Pitt appears on the TV and is like, "Hey,
Hillary,
I got a box full of dog shit here, and I Brad Pitt attest it's good," you're not gonna be like, "Wow, Brad Pitt endorsed it, so that must be legit." No, it's still fucking dog shit. Doesn't matter how many people you fucking have dancing around it and acting like it's some great thing.
Nope.
Behold, the amazing dog shit tastes so delicious.
So it's not about trade or the rich. Industrialists aren't screaming slurs on campus telling us which pronouns are offensive or why Christmas carols are microaggressions. That's the PC movement. Power-mad twerps who use reputational smears to brand all of us as evil until we submit. And that's what bugs me about
that guy's face in your face talking to you like that?
No.
You just don't know what you're talking about. You were supposed to add eggs before the flour, not after the flour. Now your souffle is going to fall.
How fast would you bitch slap somebody doing that to you?
I would at least walk away.
The minute I looked at him, I wanted to bitch slap him. What are you talking about? You didn't have to even fucking speak before I was like, I want to slap this obnoxious fuck.
Arched eyebrows.
Sanders. He's been a socialist forever, mired in left-wing politics for decades, and now he diagnoses the problem? Dude, you are the problem. From the 1970s to now,
the problem is that we've had too much fucking Bernie Sanders style democratic socialism in the country.
Too much focus on the middle class, dude. There's been way too much focus. Yeah, in the factory jobs.
Why are we focusing so much on the people?
Who cares about those millions of people?
A population populist fucking movement and
Guys,
shit. That's all nonsense. That's the problem.
Let's be fair to pink-collared shirt faggot, okay?
No, let's not be fair to him.
Bernie Sanders, from the very inception of his political career, has always been about language policing, language control, PC culture, how we should talk to each other, and making sure that nobody's feelings get hurt. You know, he's been at the forefront of every one of those issues. So really, I mean, in all deference to pink-shirted faggot commentator guy with the slappable face, you know.
Here's the difference between him and Bernie. If you put this guy out where Bernie is and you switch positions, people would still give a shit about Bernie in either position. No one, if he was out here making a speech about, to Bernie about this shit, there wouldn't be a bunch of cameras or people listening. No one cares. He's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
No one cares anyway. No one cares now, and he's on a fucking news channel. He's trying to get people to care, though. Look how animated he is.
And look at me. And this is what you are, and this is what I am.
Cared and you watered this toxic movement. So Bernie, 2016 was about millions of Americans becoming intolerant of that intolerant class. Let's hope it sticks.
All right.
What garbage.
And you're really shooting for the moon for that fucking Edward R. Murrow fucking hit piece. But it just missed. It was a swing and a miss, man.
Better luck next time.
Go back to journalism school. You're not ready to be a fucking journalist.
Paul has Down syndrome.
I have round syndrome.
Round syndrome.
So outrage over reports that Trump will control U.S. government broadcasts.
Well, he is a hell of an entertainer.
President-elect Trump's critics have something new to worry about tonight. It involves the federal government's decades-old effort to spread American democracy to other nations through the media. Fox News media analyst and host of Fox's Media Buzz, Howard Kurtz, is here tonight with some big changes for agencies such as the Voice of America. Good evening, Howie. What's this uproar all about?
Brett, Politico says that Trump will take over an office that could turn into an unfettered propaganda arm, a kind of Trump TV.
Oh, my God, the American government producing propaganda? What a truly unprecedented event.
Peddle only Trump-approved content. A Washington Post editorial said Trump could name the editor of Breitbart News or another alt-right propagandist to control how the U.S. is presented to the rest of the world.
It's just bullshit. This is all bullshit. Okay, if
the new administration is going to have a different editorial slant.
Yeah, dude, if Hillary had won, they'd be saying the same thing about Hillary. Hillary's propaganda department opens up. Podesta's going to have some kiddies back there to fondle, too.
Gonna be raping kids while he writes scripts about how they're great, but meanwhile they're just evil.
It's just like both sides fling bullshit and lies at each other, and then like they're just hoping it sticks. Like which one's gonna stick? And every once in a while,
once Hillary's in office, there's just gonna be a fucking line of child slaves just coming in through the back door, while they laugh and say, "Yeah, want some more pizza?"
P-I-Z-Z-A. I want fucking pizza.
I want pizza.
Ben, did you ever hear Ween's commercial for Pizza Hut that got rejected? Yeah. Where'd the cheese go? I don't know. Pizza, where'd the cheese go?
We're talking here about naming a single chief executive to oversee the VOA, Radio Free Europe, and other government communications agencies that currently are battling such forces as ISIS propaganda and Russian cyber hacking.
But what's new about that? I mean, haven't they been around for decades?
Yes, indeed. But a new law is eliminating the Broadcasting Board of Governors, an agency that's been widely criticized as ineffective in managing these communications agencies, and replacing it with a single CEO. Now, that change was supported by President Obama's administration, President's chairman at the Board of Governors, the top Democrat on the House Foreign Affairs Committee.
Yeah, but now the Republicans are in control, so now it's bad. You guys.
Come on. I mean, that just says it all. Oh, the Obama administration endorsed this. Like, yeah, this is fine. That these people are actually ineffectual. And then now it's like, it's bad. Now Trump's going to be in charge of it. It's like, what? So it was fine if Hillary was in charge of it. It's like, it's just now everything's flipped. It's like Trump needs to accept the election results. Then Trump wins, and it's like, well, we need a recount. It's like, come on, guys. Really? You know, before it's like Trump needs to accept that he's going to lose, and now that he miraculously fucking won, it's like, now Trump is going to do all these bad things. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Total horse shit.
others. The Senate, by the way, could approve or reject anybody that Trump nominated. I spoke to the committee chairman, Ed Royce, and I asked him about the furor.
I think that's hysteria. As a matter of fact, there's very clear laws in place here in this legislation.
Wow. I just discovered the most boring man on the face of the earth. I've never been so quickly bored by somebody.
I got to be honest, this whole news story, I've just been like, I'm trying to fucking focus in. When this guy came, right before you said that, I just felt like shit.
All right, Paul. I think it's time for me to point out that your hat makes you look a lot like Fidel Castro. People on the subreddit are calling you Fidel, dude.
Oh, shit,
How do you
dude.
respond to that?
Well, it seems my little ruse has been revealed. Hello, everybody. It's Fidel. Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. But TJ, mano con mano. You understand what I'm saying? Hand to hand.
Yeah, dude.
Corazon con corazon. The people, they would never allow Fidel to die. The people need Fidel.
You're like a river under the people, right?
Always I have been a river under the people. And they have been a river under Fidel. Why does Fidel look so young?
Fidel, yeah, like I was about to ask, like, why are you so young? Why are you so fat now?
The people will not allow Fidel to go hungry, as Fidel has never allowed the people to go hungry. Corazón, somos la gente, la unión. Somos solidaridad. You know what I'm saying? We are together in this, the people and Fidel.
I love it. So how did rumors of your death get started, Fidel? Did you fake your death or?
Funny you should ask. So you heard this rumor that Fidel was gonna die out of cancer. You heard this rumor?
Yeah, we did.
Fidel needed to take a break, so Fidel created Polzigo. Fidel become Polzigo. Fidel's always, as he do, seek out the people, seek out the voice to the people, become Polzigo, find Drunken Peasant. You know how it works.
It's pretty
Fidel could not stay away from the people for long. And now that you have seen, Fidel's favorite hat, he could not leave it laying there. He could not no longer wear stoner beanie like retard. Fidel has to be Fidel.
Wow. So are you gonna
crazy?
Are you gonna retake your position as the head of Cuba, or?
I think, I never left my position as the head of the Cuban government, as the head of the people, actually, I talk like an American now, but I call myself the people's representative, right? So I've never left that job. I work with my brother Raul. We keep the country run. We open up relation. I meet with president, etc., etc. But I do very quiet. Fidel can't walk down the street.
All right, Fidel. Well, thank you for dropping by our podcast.
Yeah, you are welcome.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
Good old Fidel. Fidel's ego, everybody. Or
delete.
Paul Castro.
Paul Castro, dude.
Fidel Gastro, I'm hearing. Fidel Fatso.
Gastro as well. Gastro is perfect.
Fidel Castro.
I like Fidel fucking Fatso too.
Fidel Fatso.
Pidel Fatso.
So what else we got?
And we continue with Laura Ingraham with more on this. I love the idea, if you ask people to do something and they do it, I love the idea of saying thank you, but more importantly, I firmly believe that what we see happening now is only the start, and I do believe everything will be done to politically destroy him by the left. It's only, this is nothing compared to what's coming, in my opinion. And for him to bypass the media, go directly to people, and make this a signature of his presidency, I think would be very wise for him to continue.
Yeah, I mean, he's his own press secretary. I mean, he's doing in such a, I think, a really smart, this is a brilliant strategy, going right to the people and going around the stereotypes that the leftist has tried to paint him with now for over a year and a half, which is, he's just a billionaire, he's just saying these things, he doesn't mean them, he's just, he's all about celebrity. No, he's with the people. And what he's reminding folks of is how politics and identity politics, Sean, what you've talked about for years, the politically correct nonsense that has invaded our university settings, that is stultifying to free speech. He wants to wipe that all away and do things that actually make the lives of everyday Americans, people that we grew up with, like we grew up, their lives better.
I'm sorry.
And that will drive the left crazy, Sean, because he goes into their territory and he tells people who are normally Democrats, it doesn't have to be this way. Just try it with us for a while. See what we do for your life to make it better. And we want you to be part
Democrats.
of this.
He basically told the gullible suckers who jump back and forth between parties what they wanted to hear. Okay, look, that's why elections are never fucking decided, that we basically have this bullshit two-party system, and you can vote for this party, you can vote for this party. We all know it, we've all discussed it ad nauseum, but that's basically it. And people go back and forth, and look, we had Obama, and now we have Trump. That shows you how wildly it can fucking swing in in one fucking election cycle.
Yeah, I was watching this story about people who voted for Obama twice and then voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching, they sat down with a family and they were like, we like Obama, we supported Obama, but he really didn't deliver on enough of his promises, and, Trump, we want to see if he's any better, and we're just tired of fucking the Democrat line.
Obama got elected.
But yeah, Obama was a really charismatic personality.
People were tired of Bush.
That's why it's always going to fucking just flip back and forth, because there's these idiots who just bounce back and forth like a ping pong ball between these two fucking parties. Like, I'm a Republican, fuck your, I'm a Democrat. No, I'm an independent, but I'm going to vote Republican, but, I'm an independent, but I'm going to vote Democrat. And then, I'm going to be a Republican. No, I'm going to be a Democrat. I mean, like, Trump himself bounced between these two fucking parties, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
He's been all over the map.
He was on a few.
He was a Republican. Then he was a Reform Party. Then he was Libertarian. Then he was, I don't know if he was Libertarian, actually. But maybe he was. But, yeah, he was in the Reform Party for a little while. Then he was a Democrat. Then he went back to being a Republican. It's like, God, you're all over the fucking map, dude.
No, I just can't believe I have to look at Trump and he's just the president.
Dude, I swear, every once in a while.
Especially when you're high, I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, this buffoon is the president. I'm like, well, it is America. So
every once in a while, I'll be driving around or something, and I'll just suddenly laugh and have the thought, like, damn, dude, Trump is president, or he's going to be.
Republican from 87 to 99.
And then again from 2009 to 2011, and then from 2012 to present.
And then, yeah, he wasn't a libertarian. He was an independent
from 2011 to 2012,
whatever that means.
And a Democrat, and then before 87, and then from 2001 to 2009, and then he was in the Reform Party from 1999 to 2001. Yeah. So that's like 4 different political affiliations. So it's not like Trump has been the most stable guy in terms of what he believes either.
New American
You ever notice
experiment.
Trump's always clapping in every fucking clip you see him in? Like, he's got this thing.
Yay me.
Where he walks out, he's always clapping along with everybody else.
Yay me.
Yay, I'm awesome.
Like, look, he's just walking out of this building and there's like press there, and he walks out and he's like,
yeah, good job, me.
It reminds me.
Congratulations to myself. I'm awesome.
That reminds me of the time when I went to Vegas and I saw David Copperfield, and like, he looked like he just hated he hated doing that fucking magic show in Vegas 2 times a day, over and over and over again. He looked like he'd really let himself go, and he would always, like, after the end of a trick, he would, like, do this to, like, signal that everyone should applaud for him.
Yeah, it's okay. Clap now. I'm done. All right.
Oh my God! But then I saw him again when we went to Vegas, and he looked way better.
Yeah, and he seemed very into the performance too. So maybe he made some.
Maybe he's got a drug problem or something. Maybe
he looked out of shape.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe
he probably just got depressed and fat and lazy.
I mean, could you imagine doing that same fucking magic show over and over and over again?
No, I would hate to have to do repeating, like, yep, here it is for the next fucking 2
Isn't that amazing?
years or 3 years.
Isn't that amazing, everyone?
It takes.
Yeah, but when we had seen him the last time, he had a whole bunch of new tricks. I don't know, man. He comes up with all kinds of cool shit.
TJ wishes he could be Trump. Who the fuck doesn't want to be Trump? He's the president of the United fucking States. Being Trump is awesome. I don't know if that you know, just because being Trump is awesome doesn't mean having Trump as president is awesome. That remains to be seen.
Yep.
Beginning to see the opposition
for me.
build among the Republicans.
Look at his hand gestures.
What
is this? What's this? What's
Ryan with the CIA.
It's like, yeah, look, there's many different size of asses. Some are like this, some are like this.
He was in Louisiana. I see that. Go vote.
Oh yeah, they got the fucking Cajun go. That's cool.
Well, they at least got to play to their audience.
Over this issue, not the FBI, not the Director of Intelligence. That's troublesome because it's almost like they still want to be liked by the establishment, but they are in many ways the establishment.
Has anyone listened to a single fucking word?
No,
these
I'm watching Trump's hand.
Oh yeah, it's way more fascinating to watch Trump interact with people and audiences than it is to listen to this. Well, these are just fucking puppets, anyways.
Yeah, there's just a couple of fucking talking.
Someone pull the string on them, you know. Come on.
I think I might have it figured out though. The Trump hand stuff. I think he just. I think he doesn't know what to do with his hands. I think he's uncomfortable. Like it's an awkward thing. Like he knows he's being watched. And so he doesn't know what to do with his hands, so he's always trying to use them to keep them from, like, hanging awkwardly at his sides.
He should hold a pen like Bob Dole.
Yeah, exactly. He needs a pen.
Bob Dole had that frozen
It'd be more
arm.
intimidating if he just fucking unfurled a switchblade.
Are you talking about the Bill Clinton thing?
You know, open it, close it. Open it, close it.
Yeah, he needs a switchblade or something.
What?
Yeah, he can dance it along his desk and shit while he's talking to foreign dignitaries.
Toss it in the air and grab it while he's talking to people. Yeah, he needs something.
Fuck that, dude. It's America. Give Trump a gun to polish constantly. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He'd constantly just be fucking
twirling his gun like in a fucking Tombstone.
Yeah. Give him like an old West pistol.
Well, dude, that'd make Trump a lot cooler actually if he did that. So Trump, get on that, dude.
And then if anyone talks shit to him, he just blasts him and be like, "I'm the president, bitch."
Yeah, I'm pardoned.
I just pardoned myself, faggot. Get bent.
Smells like someone died.
And out front now, Republican Senator from Kentucky and former presidential candidate Dr. Rand Paul. Senator, thank you for being with me tonight.
He's a loser.
You've said you're going to reserve judgment on
didn't you predict he would win initially when the primaries were going on?
I don't know if I predicted.
Oh, dude, you were sucking Rand Paul's dick. Like, Rand Paul's got a really good job. Dude, Rand Paul's going to get it.
I know what you're thinking of. Before the primaries actually started and I saw the field, I was saying, like, Rand Paul could be a threat. But
no, you said you thought Rand Paul would pretty much have it. Because me and you debated. I'm like, no, I don't think Rand Paul's going to do shit. And he didn't do shit.
Well, he didn't run the campaign he should have run.
Well, yeah, you can say that anyone didn't win.
But I mean, that fucking prediction did not last very long into the fucking primaries. That was like pretty much like a before the primaries even started thing.
It was well into the I mean, it wasn't too far into it, but it was probably like the first quarter of the primaries, and you finally were kind of like, okay, he has no chance.
Because I think it was pretty much after the second or third Republican debate that I really thought Trump was a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Well, that was obvious.
Because he kept winning, and then, like, the media was trying to diminish it, but I was like, this seems like bullshit to me. It seems like this guy is fucking really tapping into something.
Well, all the polls had him way ahead of people, especially like the first few debates when he came out there, because people were like, Trump's not going to do shit. He's going to be a buffoon and drop out.
Why the fuck didn't they even let him participate? If they had any idea that he would actually do the things he did, they wouldn't even have let him in those fucking debates. Because usually when they let, like, some TV personality in, like, you know, Fred Thompson or some shit, they're just like, yeah, they say some crazy shit, and people are like, ha-ha.
Well, he actually had been elected. Fred Thompson actually was a senator, though.
I know, but, like, I'm just saying, like, when they put someone like that in the fucking Republican debates.
Oh, okay. I see what
they're usually just, like, they're in there for a while, and they're kind of like a little joke candidate, and then they're gone. But Trump really was able to fucking steamroll that shit.
Yeah.
Tillerson's nomination for Secretary of State. What exactly do you need to find out about him?
You know, I have an open mind. I want someone who agrees with what Donald Trump said he campaigned on, and that was that regime change hasn't worked or made us safer, the Iraq War was a mistake, and that really nation building is not something we should be in the business of. And I don't know about Tillerson, so we will ask those questions. But I think those are important because if we don't learn from the mistakes of the Iraq War, we'll continue to repeat those same mistakes. I think Donald Trump gets that, and I want his Secretary of State to also.
And you have been vocal in your criticism of that war. Obviously, ExxonMobil was able to go in after that war, but Rex Tillerson is now going to be Secretary of State as an individual in a very different role. We do know, though, the former Secretary of State, Condoleezza Rice, pushed President-elect Trump on Tillerson, the former Vice President Dick Cheney, praising Tillerson as a, quote, inspired choice. Does that give you any pause? These, of course, were two of the biggest defenders of the
Yeah, dude. Dick Cheney's endorsement.
Yeah,
that
Halliburton
really helps,
tied closely to what industry? What industry would it be? Paul. I'm going to take Paul on this one.
Yeah.
Halliburton is connected very closely to what industry would it be, Paul?
Fuck, man, that's a tough one. Yeah, would it be the military?
Military.
And oil.
And oil. Oh, are you crazy?
And
Really?
Dick Cheney recommended him? Huh.
Wow. So you are, wait, Scotty. Let's not get crazy here. Don't get loose change on me, okay? Are you saying that Dick Cheney serving as the vice president might have been favorable to Halliburton, a company that we paid billions of taxpayer dollars to?
That would be illegal, Paul.
That would be crazy.
There's no way he would do that.
Never.
Glanderson
war now supporting Tillerson.
You know, we'll have to wait and see. So I definitely will ask. The one person that has come up for undersecretary, I know I'm opposed to, which is John Bolton, because he's still, I would call him an unrepentant supporter of the Iraq War. Tillerson, I'm agnostic. I don't know yet. And so I will ask those questions. And I think for Donald Trump's sake, he should want to pick someone who actually agrees with him and has the worldview.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to stand on principle and stuff, and all that.
Hey, Rand Paul, get your fucking stamp out so you can just fucking give him the fucking seal of approval we all know he's going to get with a Republican-held Senate and Congress.
So do you admit the Iraq War was a mistake? Not necessarily. Oh, well, stamp.
I'm going to talk for like 15 minutes to answer your question, and it's not going to answer it or say anything irrelevant. Okay, cool, go. You know, that's it. Those what those hearings are going to be like.
Dude, I just thought of something. Like, if you guys think Rand Paul is reprehensible, wait until you see Panderson Pooper. Or no, it would be Randerson Pooper.
Randerson Pooper.
Randerson Pooper. Randerson Pooper.
Ooh,
that's good.
I've heard rumors.
I'm scared.
Rumors. That says maybe our interventions haven't always led to more safety or security for the United States.
You have also been very critical of Vladimir Putin, Senator. You wrote Russia's president should be isolated for his actions. You wrote this in Time. You continued to conclude with, let me be clear, if I were president, I wouldn't let Vladimir Putin get away with it. Rex Tillerson, as we all now know, is close to the Russian president. They did a major multi-billion-dollar deal together. Putin gave Tillerson Russia's order of friendship. Marco Rubio came out and tweeted, being a friend of Vladimir is not an attruttrip I am hoping for from a Secretary of State. John McCain came out and was even stronger than
Rubio bot has spoken.
But I hate to say it, but if the job of the Secretary of State is to be the nation's top diplomat, wouldn't being friendly with foreign leaders be to your advantage?
You think so? But no.
I'm not saying that there's definitely issues there, because there are, but I'm just saying that let's be honest, you think Vladimir Putin's going to be responsive to fuck you? No, he's going to be responsive to cajoling.
That's why we need Rex Tillerson.
Maybe he'll do better on Russia than Obama did. I don't know.
Oil man.
I mean, look, fucking Putin's basically a dictator there anyways.
He's also one of the richest men in the world.
Yeah. I mean, we need somebody that speaks Putin's language, and Putin is not accustomed to having anybody in his face telling him what to do. So we need a businessman, we need a wheeler and a dealer. You know, let's be honest. Unless we want a Cold War again. Unless we want that to flare up. Which it seems like that's what the left wants. The more I listen to left politicians talk about Vladimir Putin, the more it sounds like they're gearing up for another fucking Cold War. Shouldn't we question the efficacy of that? Shouldn't we look at the old...
They hacked some emails. War. World War III, emails, come on.
Vladimir Putin is a scumfuck. Look, he rigs elections. He's a brutal guy. He's a fucking old school, what was the... KGB dude.
Someone in the chat saying he's not a dictator. He is a dictator.
He is a dictator.
If you don't think he's a dictator, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, there's no free and open elections in Russia. Vladimir Putin doesn't allow that.
Well, they do have elections.
No, they're fake elections. It's a bullshit democracy.
It's a kangaroo election in a banana republic fucking setting.
Usually what happens is because there are term limits, so
Yeah.
Putin has to like become the chancellor.
Yeah, no, he's the president of Russia.
Or the prime minister.
I'm the president. Oh, my term limits are up. Now I'm the prime minister.
I explained it. Yeah, he jumps back
now
and
I'm
forth.
back to president again.
Yep.
Because there's no consecutive term limits.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what position. If Putin could have, dishwasher, he'd still be he'd still have an iron grip on Russia. It doesn't matter.
I was talking with TJ about this, and I made this analogy. It's like that scene in Casino where, Sam is meeting with the fucking casino manager guy, and he goes, I don't have a gambling license. I got half a dozen gambling pinches in the last 2 years alone. And he goes, look, I know how this stuff works. You put in for the license, and you'd say, look, I'm the food and beverage chairman. And then in a couple of months, you say, I'm the entertainment director. And they put your fucking thing at the bottom of the pile. That's what he's doing. So he's circumventing these laws that prevent him from being the total unquestioned dictator by taking another job and using a puppet president to do his will.
Yeah.
And then he becomes president. Like,
how long has Putin been in power in Russia?
Like,
he's a dictator.
We need to talk about the definition of dictators if he's not one. But he also has a bunch of fucking nukes, so maybe we shouldn't poke the bear. Maybe we should talk to him.
Yeah, maybe we don't need
Yeah, Russia
to
has a
instigate
very large military, so it's not really a fucking wise thing to go to fucking war with Russia or have more aggression with Russia.
Yeah, and then like Russia has allies too.
Here he is.
Anybody who's a friend of Vladimir Putin must disregard the fact that Vladimir Putin is a murderer.
My friends.
Can you sing Popeye the Sailor Man in his voice?
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Hold on, you. Hold on.
Okay, Ben.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, my friends, and I live in a garbage can, my friends. I eat all the worms and I spit out the germs. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, my friends.
Sailor Man.
A thug,
my
a
friends,
KGB
my friends.
agent.
I want him to say my friends now. Oh.
Are they?
All right, this sucks. Next.
I know of Mr. McCain, and he's an Arab. No, my friend. No, he's a good family man.
Will Trump purge climate change scientists? That sounds interesting. It's a few down. There it is.
So, why do you want the names of those who worked on global warming at the Department of Energy? Is this a purge?
No, I don't think so at all. I think this is an intellectual curiosity expedition. We're really trying to come up with the best solutions for the American people and the best solutions for the world. And when you think about Department of Energy or the EPA, I think what we're thinking about is energy independence for the United States, clean air and clean water, which the president...
So the Trump administration wants a list from the Energy Department of all the scientists who are working on climate change,
so you can fire them.
That's what the suspicion is. That's why the Energy Department's refusing to give them the names.
Well, they'll get it at some point anyways.
They will get it.
I mean, when Trump takes office,
there's only so long you can fucking dig those heels in the fucking dirt.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if they just take all of the fucking scientists working on climate change and just fire them, that's pretty fucked up.
It's fucked up, but if they replace
Paul's ego.
On the contrary, Thomas James Kirk III. I have another. If they do fire all those fucking people and replace them with astrophysicists and shit, and start focusing on getting NASA to Mars and shit, well, whatever. I mean, like, yeah, it sucks on one end, but great on the other, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like much is getting done with climate change if the Democrats are in power anyway.
Yeah.
It's still just going to be like, yeah, we can win elections on this kind of, but we want
like
things
is
to
repeatedly
change.
said throughout the campaign and during the transition. And the most important thing that I want the American people to focus on is that we can generate a tremendous amount of energy revenues as a result of new taxes coming off of the energy that's underneath the ground here in the United States. And so when you look at our forward liabilities, Chris, somebody like Governor Rick Perry in that position is going to be magnificent for the growth of the U.S.
Yeah, put him in charge of one of the departments he wanted to get rid of. Cool. It's going to be
Bet
great.
you he's glad he didn't get rid of it now.
Economic engine. So it's a combination of different things, frankly.
Well, you got different conversations. You have, do you accept the science of man's impact on the warming of the planet? And then you have, well, what policy considerations do you make in light of that science That's one discussion.
This is the only country.
That's the only discussion, you fucking moron.
This is like the we're like one of the only countries that this is actually like disputed like this.
Yeah, there's no debate. I'm sorry, you don't. There's things you can debate and there's things you can't debate. Like there's really no debating that the climate is going to change. There's no debating it. It makes no sense.
Well, they're saying the debate is,
whether they have to give these names up or not.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, they always say, well, we know the climate changes, but is it man-made climate change? Yeah.
Caucasoid, Negroid, Mestizo, space race.
First question, though, I'm not completely satisfied on yet, which is, I don't get that intellectual exercise to find out who worked on global warming. Why do you need to know who worked on global warming?
No, I think look, I mean, I know that the current president believes that the human beings are affecting the climate. There are scientists that believe that that's not happening. I think that
overwhelming consensus in the scientific community is that man's action.
Chris, don't interrupt with the facts.
The scientists that work for Exxon have a different theory.
Well, I knew that's how this guy had to frame it. He's going to frame it like it's still a debate because that's what they always do with it. Oh, look, there's people. Not everyone agrees with that. Not everyone. Look, there's prominent members of, and they'll usually name a couple of the fucking big deniers, and there's a lot of science that's not resolved yet on this.
Cool.
Have an impact on science.
Chris,
so you have to correct that whenever it comes out. Go ahead.
Chris, there was an overwhelming science that the Earth was flat, and there was an overwhelming science that
you learn over time.
False equivalency.
We were the center of the world. 100%. We get a lot of things wrong in the scientific community. You and I both know that. I'm not suggesting that we're not affecting the change. I honestly don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Oh man, is there a special place you learn? You have to go to learn how to speak this total fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
This total fucking utter bullshit.
It's called low-level positions in the American political system.
Yep.
I mean, like this is how you answer questions without answering questions. And it's all we hear from officials. There's allegations that you said you could grab women by the pussy. Is this true? Look, I'm not going to speak about what a few ditzy bimbos said. I want to talk about what matters to the American people, not fantasy, not tabloid headline grabbing.
Yeah, it was locker room talk.
Locker room talk.
Yeah, that was basically when that happened. I had to hear that a million times. Yep. I'm like, okay, yeah, no one's gonna buy that Trump, but apparently they did because he fucking won.
Did anybody notice that as soon as Trump said locker room talk, we started hearing it from every talking head in the Republican Party? Why is that? Why do weird things like spread like memes amongst these people? I wonder if they're all talking. Locker room talk. That's how you deal with this.
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
That was the old one.
The surge is working. Remember that one?
The surge is working.
Oh, God, yeah.
The surge is working. A lot of kids like nowadays probably don't even know what the surge is.
Yeah, the
they were
surge.
Like 8. That was a big old fucking push in Iraq that was supposedly going to win it back for us. And that was the meme that was getting passed around. More signs that the surge is working. Meanwhile, everything continues to fucking crumble in that place. It's like, what? A surge of bullshit is what we got.
Yeah.
A surge of diarrhea duty.
God, I don't think we've ever had America's so full of shit. Come on.
The surge.
I'm not sure we've ever had we'll have a surge of it.
You know what we've been doing, guys? We're going to do more of that. We'll call it the surge, and we'll say it's working.
I mean, the surge kind of worked.
For a little while.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you increase the number of troops...
The principle behind the surge is like, if we have a shitload more troops here, we can have a slight measure of more control. It's like, okay, yeah, no shit. But what happens when they leave? And then we see.
Right, that's the whole point.
Then we get ISIS, and we get a totally destabilized country. What a shock.
A whole destabilized country, a destabilized region.
Well, the entire region has been destabilized.
We kicked the hornet's nest with that bullshit. We didn't do anything. The surge did nothing. But waste money and lives.
Dude, the surge just delayed the inevitable. That's all it did.
It was a Band-Aid on a fucking giant flesh wound, and when you take the Band-Aid off,
dude, it is fucking
still there.
I'm not sure if this is from today or what, but it is. This is total aside. It's fucking cold as shit in Detroit and Chicago. 7 degrees,
Jesus.
9 degrees. Fuck, dude.
It's Detroit.
That's a really that's
I mean, Detroit is right on the border of Canada.
Yeah, well, so are we.
No, I mean, Detroit is literally on the border of Canada.
Yeah, it shares a border, yeah.
I mean,
dude, we got a slowpoke meme in our fucking chat. Someone's like, DP equal double penetration.
Oh man, I never thought of that. Oh shit.
Wow.
Little late on that bandwagon, buddy.
What?
What?
Where?
Gary!
Who?
What?
Where's Gary?
Gary!
Gary?
Gary.
Gary!
There it was.
Gary!
Gary, get in here.
Gary! Gary!
We don't know where he is.
I don't know where he is, dude. Sorry.
Gary.
I don't know where Gary is.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Maybe we should take a break.
Do you want to?
Yeah, to do the second half of the show, we've got all kinds of really good crazy people shit lined
All right, I guess we have a particularly crazy people segment. We're going to take a little
Yeah, we've
break.
got a lot of stuff. So
We're going to take a little old break.
yeah, so we'll be
Stay
back
tuned. Don't go nowhere.
about 10 minutes or so.
Papa Pidel will be back in one moment.
Yes.
The people will not be denied.
Yes.
Gary, come in here.
All right, we're back, and I just want to let everyone know, maybe you're new to the show, maybe you forgot. The music that we just played during our breaks is by a musician named Berserked, and there is a link in the description to check out his stuff.
He's badass. The main intro.
Down below.
Yeah. Our break music, our theme song, all written and recorded by him.
Cool.
So
all credit to him.
Cool. So, and wow, look at the jump in going and interested.
Sweet, man.
Sweet.
So 30 people. That's awesome.
For
just
those
on
of you
its
just
own.
tuning in,
I'm going to say this.
GP meetup in Albuquerque.
We have a few venues we've contacted. We have a really, really cool venue. If it pans out, it's going to be a really cool venue.
Look, guys, for those of you that haven't been to one of these before and haven't really looked online and seen what one of them is like, if we get the right kind of venue and we get one with a PA where we can hook up a few mics, we mill around with you guys. We drink, we talk, we take pictures, we sign autographs, we chill, but everybody comes together at one point, right, Ben? And we get up on a stage and we sit down and we have a talk with the audience. We do a little Q&A. I do a little story time with Paul live. I tell a special story that kind of kills every time, and we have a good time. So if you want to come, if you're in the area and you're willing to make a little drive, come down, man. It's gonna be awesome.
When you want to come,
when you want to come, bow bow bow,
come.
And for the remainder of the show, this isn't Strains You Love, I promise, but we will be smoking non-stop doobies.
Cool.
Sick.
I like doobies.
Smell like weed.
What's a doobie?
Let's smoke some marijuana.
Begin the doob train.
What's a doobie situation?
All right, so here's the premiere of the new Crazy People intro.
Sick.
Cool. I love this.
It's Devin Tracy. The beast. Tommy.
Oh shit! The manatee.
Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
No spookle sauce at the end of this one too. I like that.
That was getting tired anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting tired of pretending to react to it, so I'm kind of glad it's not there anymore.
Dead.
It's dead.
This is a much better
Much
intro.
like Brett Keane's YouTube.
Here's an old favorite, someone we haven't covered in a while on Crazy People. It's our buddy Kinky Joe.
Oh, shit.
With his latest video.
Sweet.
They always say the truth is stranger than fiction. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Here's Obama, the worst president in U.S. history. That's going to be carved in stone until the second coming.
Yeah, till
and
the
here
second
he
coming
buys
is-
a home, a big $4.5 million house.
Because he's rich.
In California, which is a good place for him. There's a lot of homosexuals out there. A lot of liberals, a lot of anti-American types, so he'll fit right in. But look at this. He buys this home. For 8 years, he tells us how close he is to the poor down...
I love how you're saying that California is full of anti-American... I'm sorry, California. Meanwhile, the conservative-ass state of Texas is the one that's always threatening to fucking secede.
Right.
So, how does that work?
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess the headline here is Obama.
Obama is rich. That should be the headline. Obama rich.
But look what people noticed. I wonder what people noticed.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear this is, because I don't
it's gonna
notice
be
anything.
Fucking, it's going to be something fucking ridiculous.
It's a tennis court.
downtrodden people in Chicago and other parts of the country, and how he's there with them and he feels their pain, and he buys a $4.5 million, 8 or 9 bedroom, 8.5 bath, $4.5 million house in Rancho Mirage. Well, check it out. Rancho Mirage. I couldn't believe this. Here's the definition of mirage.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Something such as a pool of water in the middle of a...
What?
You gotta be kidding me.
What?
You have to be kidding me.
You
have to be kidding
You don't
me.
even have to even say anything when someone gets this stupid.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Rancho Mirage, California has been a town since before fucking Obama was born. He didn't move there so that he could put a cloak over himself and obfuscate his evil deeds.
Let's hear
desert
this.
That is seen and appears to be real, but is not actually there. Something that you hope for or want, but is not possible or real. Well, that is the definition of Barack Hussein Obama. he was a mirage.
Uh-huh.
Everybody, he's going to hope and...
So are you serious with this?
Yes.
Wow.
This is the guy that like this is the guy that
this is fake news. This is
offered $25,000 to somebody for pictures of their dead children.
No. Kinky Joe is basically a proponent of fake news. People talk about fake news. This guy is a proponent of fake news.
Conspiracy theory bullshit.
This is not even a conspiracy theory. This is like, look, he moved to a place called Rancho Mirage. Look at the definition of mirage. Something that's not really there.
See
Just
what
like
mirage-
Obama, bitch. Whatever.
See what mirage means? No.
So stupid. Dude.
Smart.
And rancho, that's kind of like ranch dressing. The fucking most boring of all dressings.
Change,
Just like
and he's
Obama's
the
most
Messiah, and he's the
boring
appointed
president.
one. And he's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And
talk about yourself.
what does he do? He retires to rancho.
I like that picture because he's flipping the bird. In
He
it.
retires.
A mirage. For crying out loud.
Mirage.
This fake laughing.
The
that he's
Obama's
doing.
recently purchased.
Yeah, I'm sure that Obama retired in Rancho Mirage in a $4.5 million fucking house. Meanwhile, your ass is living in a fucking shack full of nasty-looking porcelain dolls.
Yeah,
and
with
shit.
a depressing fucking hutch of odd knickknacks behind you, crammed into an office where your wife makes you go so she can't hear your insane ranting. But yeah, Obama's retarded for retiring to a giant house in Rancho Mirage.
What a failure he has been.
Obama should have thought about that before he moved there. I bet if I move somewhere, you can do an Obama voice. The fucking if you move somewhere with Rancho Mirage,
And nobody could see me.
I'm invisible.
I'm invisible.
I love it.
Rancho what? Mirage, my kind of place.
Can you believe that, Obama?
It's a home. They're
What'll he
fifth
do
in the
next?
golf course mecca of Rancho Mirage, California.
Okay, well, pretty
What a
much
shock.
Pretty much every person who serves as president retires after they leave office and plays golf and goes on speaking tours and writes a book and all that shit.
Yeah,
No, I mean, like-
sets up a presidential library. I mean, come on.
So the only thing you have against any of this is that the community that he retired to has the word mirage in the name, and you think that's kind of funny because Obama's a mirage somehow.
Well, I guess he's also butthurt that Obama is buying an 8,500 square foot house.
That's what this is really about.
Ooh, Obama's
This is
so
about-
rich!
This is about Kinky Joe sitting in his depressing tract house somewhere, retired from horrible work and angry about everything, looking at the fucking palatial estate Obama's going to live the rest of his life on, and going, I want that. My ranting, fat, stupid fucking ass should have that. But he got it. So let's find a problem. Mirage!
Rancho Mirage, California.
Gotcha.
What better place for Barack Hussein Obama
It sounds like some
to retire
rich, yuppie place where people
than
play
at Rancho
golf. Unfortunately,
Mirage?
retire somewhere like that.
Oh my God. This is just
my God.
unbelievably...
Listen to this, like, self-aggrandizing backpack. Are you hoping
Strange.
the audience goes along?
Obama, it's just too easy. Mirage?
What a perfect place for you to live.
He's got like every sign of bad content making all in one video here. He's laughing at things that would never land as a laugh with anybody. And he's talking to people like he's like leading them in. He's like, I mean, can you believe Mirage? I mean, Obama? The Mirage? Like, are you agreeing with me yet? Come on in. No. Dummy.
Hashtag send dick pics to Kinky Joe.
Please do.
Yeah, dude.
He needs it.
He needs big.
I think this entire video is really just a masked plea for dick.
It's hilarious if you go to his channel, because it's not a big channel.
Why
But
would it be?
There's so many ridiculous videos on it, but if you look at like the related channels section, ours is like the #1 one. He probably looks at that like, fuck.
Well, yeah, that is the upside to that.
He did mention us in one of his videos one time.
Yeah, he's salty about our presence. Of course. He hates when we cover him.
So let's go to the next one here. What is it? This is Mario, the Vigilant Christian, actually giving a
the
testimony.
Vigilant fraud.
Yeah, and I'm sure Jim Ass, when he comes in here on Friday, will have something to say about the village and fraud. But here he is giving a testimony in front of a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Hosted by Mario. Exposing evil. Teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I just want to start in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord,
Oh no, come on, dude.
Dear Heavenly Father,
I wonder if anyone talked more during their own baptism, because if you watch, he gives like a 12-minute speech.
I hate it when people do shit like this too. Before we get to what we came here for, let's all bow our heads and talk to ourselves for a second. Dear Heavenly Father, I'm just like, oh really? I got to sit through this.
I know he'll be done when he opens his eyes, because for some reason you must close your eyes when you pray.
I have to start with a long, fucking boring prayer.
Actually there.
Yeah.
I went to a graduation ceremony at a private university in Texas, and it's like the first 20 minutes of it was this. Like, people would get up and every speaker had to go, I'd like to bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, I'm just like, oh God, can we just graduate already?
He's still doing it. Hold on. I'm pretty sure he's still praying.
He is. Glory be a blessing to them in Jesus' name.
Oh, okay. There he goes.
Amen.
Look at him smiling. Is that good?
This is my testimony. It's a story of redemption, transformation, salvation, and new life in Jesus Christ. So I'm really, really honored to be able to share this with you. And like I said, I pray it's a blessing. Now, those of you wondering maybe what is a testimony, it's kind of your personal story. We all have one.
Really?
No one needs the definition.
What is it?
You need to teach people what testimony means.
You're doing, like, presumably anyone who shows up to listen to your fucking testimony knows what a fucking testimony is.
Yeah, no
right?
shit. The only people who are going to show up to some shit like that are fucking people already Christians.
This is like if you go to the movies and before there's a guy that comes on the screen and explains what a movie is.
I know exactly what this is because I went to college about a semester and a half ago. This is Speech 101.
Oh, okay.
Introduce the concept.
For God, and He transforms us, and He makes us into new creatures. So I just want to encourage you to share your story. I've done that, and it's impacted thousands of people all across the world. And it's an amazing thing to know that God can use your own personal struggles, your own personal difficulties, and everything that you...
Tell them about the NWO, Mario.
Yeah, why aren't you talking like a crazy lunatic when you're in front of people that are real? Why aren't you going like, Beyonce is keeping Kanye locked in a mental hospital so they can imprint MK Ultra onto his forehead? Like, why aren't you doing that shit? What's all this testimony and I'm just a normal Christian shit? Is that how you have to act with your people?
You went through for His glory and to really impact people in a positive and awesome way, to bring them salvation and to make them new creatures
that's what you've done.
in Christ by the power of the gospel.
Yeah.
So this is
Mario,
where my
you
story
enriched
begins.
yourself.
We'll start off.
So you ever notice how easy it is to imagine Mario fucking snorting a line of coke off of a table while another man fucks him in the ass?
Dude, Mario doesn't believe any of this horse shit. Mario,
little Mario.
Dude, Mario just wants fucking money, and he wants people to go, ooh!
How dare you say that? You're going to make him cry,
I'm not saying
Scotty.
he doesn't.
Be careful.
I'm just saying it's easy to imagine.
Be careful. Last time people said that, he cried.
I don't care.
Elementary school.
Of course you do.
Kind of going to fast forward everything. I don't want to keep you here all day. This is me in elementary. You know, I loved chess in elementary school. I was a good kid.
You loved chess in elementary school?
Chess.
Yeah, big bouncy ones.
No, I don't think so.
You know,
I don't think that's ever been Mario's.
No, he likes bears,
now, I do
dude. He likes
disagree
bears.
with Catholicism. I'm not going to get into.
Has he hit on you, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is. I don't want to tell the story. But you want me to tell the story why Mario won't come on the show when I'm on it?
Yeah,
it's very brief. After the first time we were on, we had kind of a thing. He thought it was sexual tension. He totally misread it.
Oh, shit.
And he hit me up on Skype afterwards because he had my Skype contact because we were in the same call.
Shit, dude. And what happened?
And it just got awkward, and I told him, "No, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't. No, it wasn't. I actually think you're a fucking retard." And he was really mad. And now, you know, he thought I was playing it up because I was being a bear. You know, I was like, I'm going to dominate you, and I'm going to fuck you in the ass while you snort, you know, cocaine off of a table. But I really do think you're a reprehensible fucking moron.
Oh, this is the part I wanted to...
Yeah, play this, play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
High school came around, and that's when things went south. It wasn't even halfway through grade 9. I started hanging out with the wrong people. And this had a huge impact on my life. I began to be influenced by them. I'm showing you here my role model, Eminem, at the time. I don't know if you're familiar with him. A very negative.
Come on, it wasn't like 100 years ago or anything.
I don't know if you're familiar with this historical figure, Marshall Mathers or Eminem. You may have heard of him. He's a giant, the best rapper in the world, major
Still
label
alive?
guy. Still alive, still makes music, still tours and stuff. You may have heard of him. Eminem.
Dude, Mario's so weird. You figure Mario would be like, this is a podium, I'm standing in front of it.
He's explaining everything.
You know, it's like, Mario, what the fuck, dude? People get it.
This thing around my neck is known as a tie.
A tie?
Yeah, let me show you how I do that. This one is actually a clip-on, but
I remember I would play songs.
you can't actually get real ties.
Just blasting this, and there's swearing.
Chuckle.
And there's, I mean, it's just not anything positive. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
So another thing that came along with hanging out with the wrong crowd in high school was I got into drugs. I got into alcohol.
God, this sounds like the worst like high school thing that you'd have to do. Like you'd have to have some adult come and talk about like why fucking up in high school and taking drugs is bad.
Oh God, you're right.
You remember
I think
those
the
things?
3 pounds of product that he puts in his fucking hair dripping into his brain. It's no good.
That Jay's getting down to the stump, yo.
Oh, down for another one.
Down. I told you. I tried to fucking warn you, TJ.
No.
Considered the cool kid in school. You know, everyone wanted to be me, but I was a really broken person. You know, and
everyone
got
wanted to
into
be
fights
me.
all the time.
Look at lots of girls, TJ.
Unlike
Unlike you.
You're just mad you didn't get non-stop pussy in high school like I
think, you know, Mario,
used to.
because even in the story, Mario was like, yeah, I was like the cool kid everyone wanted to be, you know. That was me. But it was actually bad.
I gave it all up because, you know, that just ain't for me, man.
He's so fucking
There's a little room
fucking for me.
in
my bullshit.
Principal's office, and there's a little dark corner, and I used to sit there for hours. And they would just put me in there. Anything went wrong in school, any fights, any drugs, anything would go on. I'd always be brought to the room. Me and my 8 friends, we were actually known for they call us the group of 8. So
I seriously, I'm having flashbacks because I was a stoner in high school. I've sat through many of these types of fucking presentations stoned, and I'm just like, I feel like that. I'm antsy, like a 16-year-old. Like, I just want to, fuck, man, I just want to, lunchtime is right after this, so I just got to sit through this idiot.
Yeah, you just wish you were there so you could throw a wadded up piece of paper in his face or something.
It's Mario and his buddies that are responsible.
Tell them about your herpes.
So this is where I came from. And, you know, the Bible does say sin is pleasurable for a season. So I didn't realize, I was very young, naive, and ultimately, I thought this was fun. You know, I thought, yeah, this is what life's about. I was in rebellion to my parents. By going through all of this, the relationship that I had with my father was severed. I just rebelled, in fact, and that's one of the things that the music I was listening to was influencing me to do. You know, to stand up against authority and have a rebellious spirit. And this caused
what a lamentable thing to be avoided at all costs, standing up in the face of authority. Asserting yourself and asserting your own rights and being your own person.
It's much disgusting. It's much better now. He's just a fucking good little sheep.
I almost wasn't a sheep like all of you. I once was a person that walked his own path and had his own ideas, but now I'm one of you. I'm a zomboid.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats,
Mario.
Mario.
And ultimately, where this leads you to, I want to share this verse. Sorry, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33 says, "Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manner." And the word communication actually means companionship. It's people you surround yourself with. And I didn't realize just how much that had an impact hanging out with the wrong crowd. But at the end of the day, this led me to depression.
Wait a minute. So they just accept him going, well, the word communication really means companionship.
It does.
According to what?
According to him.
And they're just like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
See, that's how people bend the fucking Bible to mean whatever they want it to mean. They see a thing and they were like, man, I wish that word was companionship instead of communication because it would really work. You know what? Why don't I just say it's a derivative of the Greek or some shit? You know what? Communication means companionship.
That's the real translation.
And if you take it back to the Aramaic root, it's companionship.
You know, they were synonymous back then. You know, it could be translated either way, but really more precise.
Because like when you walk by a guy on the street and you nod at him, but you don't ever see him again, that's your companion. Your companion. That's not communicating a sentiment. That's companionship.
Yeah, because you can communicate with someone you barely fucking know and will never see again.
But the point is that it just passed them by. It just went right. They went, Meh. Nobody went, what?
Huh?
Why?
That don't make sense, Mario.
Yep, that word mean that word because he said,
Yeah, man, that illustrates his purpose good if it means that, so that must mean it's true.
Not that anything the Bible says matters any fucking way.
Yeah, it's all horse shit, dude.
Since it's horse shit to begin with, so you might as well substitute your own horse shit, I guess.
It led me to anxiety. I ended up having panic attacks all the time. There was something internally that
now, right, Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario. All better, Mario.
We've never seen you have a panic attack since you became a Christian, Mario.
Screenshot.
You don't have multiple meltdown videos up on your channel, Mario.
Partying couldn't fulfill. You know, you're just having fun, going to the coolest parties. You know, you got the nicest clothes on. You know, the girls like you.
Sounds like hell to
Dude,
me.
more bragging by Mario. You know, I had everything going.
Sounds terrible.
I had the nicest clothes, the nicest cars, I had the best girls. I had all my money. I was just great. Everything was great and wonderful.
I was stirring a different bitch's oatmeal every night. You know what I mean? I was up in some different stank puss every night. My dick never stayed dry, nigga.
But it was
I was
wrong.
up in some pussy every fucking day. But that didn't fill the hole in my soul. Shut up.
But inside, there was something that was deeply, deeply missing within me. And now I know what that is, but at the time, you know, this started to manifest. I ended up having panic attacks to a point where I couldn't even function. There was 3 months where I would start getting severe panic.
You still have panic attacks. We've seen them.
Dude, Mario...
You've posted several videos since you've been the vigilant Christian where you're fucking having panic attacks. And most of the reason why you're fucking panicked is because you believe that there's a satanic fucking world conspiracy against you, you fucking retard.
Yeah.
Attacks daily for 4 to 5 times a day, and I was hospitalized at that point. This was a difficult point. My parents have to come see me. I don't know what's going on in life anymore. You know, I was just in a really dark place in my life. This is what started my pursuit. I got to the bottom and I said, I gotta change. That I can't live this way. You know, I'm destroying my life, and I gotta start seeking answers, because the fact that I didn't have any questions or answers.
Really, with Mario, it was probably Mario hit the point where, like, he just drained all the goodwill, all of the, like, I forgive you, Mario, where it was just like, dude, Mario, you're a reprehensible piece of shit. No one likes you anymore. And it's like, there's got to be a way out. Oh, religion. Yeah, I did all that stuff because I was really bad, but now I'm really good because I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were just like, yeah, you're a Christian. I forgive you now.
Yeah.
Even if they're not Christian, it's kind of like, okay, now you're going to do this nice act, or I guess I'll give you a chance again because you made some change.
My questions really left me in a bad place. So I started my journey, and I got into yoga and what you would call Eastern mysticism. This is what I had first looked to try.
Look at Mario.
Yep.
Got a pretty different look back then.
And fill the void within myself. So I was actually an apprentice learning at the Hatha Yoga Center here in town with Jody and other ones that were there. The Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu scriptures. I got into meditation, channeling, Reiki.
All evil. Nothing but evil comes from that.
Yep, and that's when Satan went in his heart, and you know, then he realized, holy shit, this is wrong.
You always hear about, you know, like baby sacrifices at the hot yoga places in town.
It does happen.
People meditating, holy shit, meditating. That's basically
clear your mind.
Praying to the devil.
You need to fill your mind with Jesus.
I mean, I went deeply into this stuff for a long time, and the thing is, the Bible tells us that Satan. Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14 says, "And no marvel, for Satan can be transformed into an angel of light." You know, I thought this stuff was giving me.
Satan could be transformed into an angel of light. Satan was an angel of light. Lucifer means light
Seriously,
bringer. He
Paul,
was an angel.
This is where it stops being the normal run-of-the-mill, like, an adult talks to teenagers about drugs and shit, he's saying yoga and meditation is satanic.
Well, I mean, I got to be honest with you, that's a pretty common sentiment amongst evangelicals.
That's so weird.
My sister doesn't do yoga. She does, but she does Christ-driven yoga.
You know what the difference here is, Ben? Is that, like, you probably knew religious people, but you're, like, from the north. Like, the south and like, the rural areas, like Paul talking about. Like, dude, I grew up around people that believe, like, women wearing pants was satanic.
Yeah, it's witchcraft.
All movies, pretty much mainstream Hollywood movies, satanic.
For the most part, yoga is exercise. And then there is, like, a spiritual element to it.
Do you know what they call it? They call it the New Age movement. And they think
that's
it's all
what Mario
Satanism.
calls it.
They think it's all Satanism. Yoga and feng shui and all that stuff, Satan.
Feng shui is just how you like arrange your fucking furniture.
Yeah, well, that Satan's trying to get you to arrange it a certain way to let his forces
make it
through.
easier for him to manifest himself.
He wants
in
you
your
to
life.
shape it as a pentagram.
Yes, your couch must be at the head of the goat.
What I needed, you know, but it really wasn't. It was a counterfeit of the truth that I now have. You know, there were some positive changes in my life, but there was nothing real. I wasn't a new person. You know, I was kind of like covering up with a Band-Aid, but the wound was still there. And I wasn't able to fully heal. And in fact, this stuff confused me big time. And God is not the author of confusion. I found myself to be getting into weird stuff. We're talking almost like, you know what
Mario is, TJ? Mario is a fucking empty vessel. And just waiting to be filled with some fucking ideology.
It's not ideology. Yeah. He's waiting for filling.
He wants to be filled with something. So does TJ, though. But we won't go into that.
Well, TJ, well, from some shit I've seen on Twitter, TJ has been filled.
All right.
Fuck you guys.
Can I real quick before we move on plug the contest again real quick?
Yeah.
Just $200 contest curated by me. $200 Amazon gift card to the winner for your Christmas shopping needs. The best depiction of Gurgi from the Black Cauldron unloading his aching balls into TJ's butthole.
And Gurgi is going to be here soon.
But we have to be able to show it on the show. If it's pornographic, we can't show it. It has to be, you know, something. We can't see dick. We can't see butt hole. You know, but, you know, keep it PG-13. And the best one of those, $200. We'll get it announced before Christmas.
Another reminder also, DP Meetup.
DP coming to Albuquerque. Albuquerque Meetup coming soon, February 1st.
Link in the description. RSVP if you're interested. 36 already. I would say that's not a bad start. 32 32 going, 36 interested. That's not a bad start at all.
No.
I mean, it's not until around February 1st.
Come to the DP meetup. Meet your favorite DP superstars such as TJ and others.
And others.
TJ and others. All right, whatever, dude.
TJ and the gang.
Actually, TJ wouldn't write it that way. TJ actually downplayed his narcissism. If TJ wrote that ad, it would be, come see DP superstars such as TJ. See DP regulars such as Ben, Scotty. See bottom of the barrel DP pseudo celebrity Paul Ziegler.
Dude, I remember when we added Dusty to that meetup, and I was like, man, this should give it a little bump. People can meet Dusty.
People dropped out.
Yeah, a few people left. People were like, no.
Yep,
I don't even want to go if
that
Dusty's
actually happened.
Be there.
Is Dusty going to be on the show?
I guess.
Eventually.
Sometime next week.
Okay, cool.
All right.
But you won't be in studio.
So we're not ducking him anymore, is what you're saying?
No, we decided that we'd stop being pussies and running from the might of Dolt of Custody.
Oh God, dude, I'm scared.
And we haven't totally confirmed it yet, but we're working on Shoe.
Ornhead.
Yep.
You want a shoe?
Is that from a meme? Shoe Ornhead? I think it is. There used to be a meme where they would go into like cam girl rooms and tell them put shoe on head, and they would do it, and they'd put pictures of it everywhere.
You're a faggot, Paul. It's all this meme shit.
Memes.
I'm a little bit down on.
It's not a fucking meme, bitch.
Yeah, look at Roosh V.
Roosh. His fucking beard is majestic.
Inadvertently a teacher.
Paul's in love with Rouge.
He is.
Rouge, I take back everything I've ever. The red pill works. You've done it, man.
Paul you know what? Paul just falls for anything that like remotely resembles
anything that reminds him of him. Like, ooh, a fat person, I'm on their side. Ooh, a bearded person, I'm on their side.
You guys are so wrong.
Oh, whatever,
No,
dude.
on the contrary.
Hold on.
No.
Let me. You can defend yourself in just a moment, but I want to say, how the fuck can we be wrong when one, you're constantly talking, and two, you're constantly talking about this.
About what? About beards?
About beards, about fat people?
He's not fat.
No, but he's got one of the things.
On the contrary, Benjamin. Let me explain to you why I brought this up, okay? I look at that beard and I go, Jesus Christ, I wish I had that beard. My beard is ratty and fucking puby and gross, and I wish I had that nice salt and pepper, and I wish it was that color. I was dogging on my beard by...
Where can we put this?
By pimping up his beard. His beard is better than my beard in my eyes.
You're insecure, Paul.
I am.
You're still insecure, dude.
I am an insecure guy.
You know, just because this guy is a scumfuck doesn't mean we can't admit that his beard is cool.
That's a majestic fucking...
That is a good beard.
King Leonidas 300. This is Sparta fucking
it is.
beard.
That's pretty much that's the kind of beard he has. Yeah.
I'll give it a small Trump round of applause.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you gotta do this.
Like a fucking seal.
No, that's not a Trump applause.
Anyway.
Wrong.
For a long time when it comes to helping men get women. And the reason that I'm kind of down on self-improvement,
I can't imagine he's actually
it
helped.
implies that there is something
Who
wrong.
knows?
You need to self-improve. You need to improve because you're not good enough. There is something wrong, and
It's
you
wrong.
need to embark on
Wrong.
some kind of journey to improve yourself.
Maybe you do.
Self-improvement is
superior
horrible.
position.
The will towards improvement is the most wretched thing,
But then
man.
when it comes down to it, self-improvement is really, you're still the same man. You are the same person.
Okay.
But when you
So is he some kind of philosopher now? Is that what's going on?
That's where the beard came from.
Is this proof that an epic beard does not a philosopher make? Because I'm bored.
Oh,
I'm bored as well.
Dude, I'm bored to death.
The
on
beard
this.
only gets you so far, Roosh. Go back to saying we need to legalize rape. You were more interesting.
self-improve, all you do is convert.
I can go to someone
will,
more interesting if you'd like.
Oh, you have someone more interesting?
And time
I don't know.
this
Actually, he's
material.
not.
The damage done as a result of this year's presidential election will likely be with us long after President Trump leaves office. But that damage was made possible in the first place in part by the disenfranchisement of many American voters.
Unappealing to look at.
He's like if John Cena got like cancer, like terminal cancer, and grew a beard.
The way he
does have a
outlines
Cena brow, dude.
The way he outlines himself so starkly with that background with the green screen shit just makes him all. It just highlights all of the things about him.
Dude, he's a sickly, Gollum-like figure, dude.
What's with the Nosferatu ear he's got going on? That curl at the top
Those
of the ear.
dark circles under his eyes. His
Here are
gaunt
5
fucking
alarming
figure.
things about voter suppression.
Doesn't he just like some spindly, creepy crawly that you'd see fucking walking around on your ceiling in a horror movie or something?
This graphic, it's just like it's way too fucking blue. It hurts my fucking goddamn eyes.
Number one, it's legal. The Republican Party has been supporting bills designed.
Why does his numbering system look like one of those stupid fucking fortune-telling things you used to fold in grade school?
Because that's basically what it is. That's his brain. That's Steve Shives' brain is one of those things like 3, 4, open it up. Do you like me? 3, 4. That's what his brain is doing with these news stories all the time.
State legislatures
Look,
for
it's Steve
years.
Shives,
Voter
privileged
ID
voter.
laws, cutting back on the number of polling places, shortening or eliminating early voting, making it
that's
more
bad.
difficult for people to register to vote.
Bad.
In 2013, they received some help from the United States Supreme Court, which eliminated the pre-clearance requirement from the Voting Rights Act, a ruling which then enabled jurisdictions with established histories of racist voter discrimination to enact policies that never would have been allowed prior to that.
Like
Voter
what?
suppression is not only legal, it's
okay.
Republican Party policy. And there's no mystery as to why. Number 2, it benefits right-wing candidates. The Republican Party has known for some time now that it faces a fairly daunting...
This just feels like I'm back in fucking Bush era.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
just watching.
I mean, there's obviously look, there's definitely truth to this with some Republicans, like Jesse Helms, definitely engaged in stuff like this.
I don't disagree with him, but I disagree with him being Steve Shives, and I disagree with anybody that goes to Steve Shives to hear the truth.
Yeah,
because you know, even a broken watch is right twice a fucking day, but he's still Steve Shives, so. I can hear this from Jon Stewart during.
Look, this is fragile Steve. Paul, you shouldn't be too mean to Steve. He's a very fragile guy. He's very fragile.
I'm sorry. He does look frail.
Long-term demographic.
He makes he streams from his laundry room.
Man, look at this bitch boy beard that he keeps too.
God, I know, dude. He's so fucking pathetic,
man,
dude.
It looks almost like makeup. It looks like he had his wife painted on, or fucking
it's like George
painted
Michael
on his face. Yeah, he's got like this bitch boy.
Yeah,
80s.
it looks like the shitty spray can tool on fucking MS Paint, dude.
Well, I guess it would be nice.
Oh, you ever had the toy with the like metal shavings that you could make?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
It's one of those.
Yeah, it looks like an Etch-a-Sketch beard.
The party's most reliable voting bloc consists of older white voters. But as time goes on, the voting bloc controlled by those voters continues to shrink as a percentage of the electorate, while the portion of the electorate that consists of younger voters and people of color who tend to vote more for Democratic candidates continues to grow. One of the most effective electoral strategies of the Republican Party is to try and suppress voter turnout among young voters and people.
Okay, if your demographics were shrinking, you guys would be doing the same thing. We know because we've seen time and time again that everything both these parties criticize each other for, they both turn around and do themselves the second it becomes necessary to do.
You have to look. There's a reality here. At some point, one of these parties is going to fucking change. I mean, profoundly. It's obviously going to be the Republicans.
Okay, hold on. Paul, what just happened, dude?
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to detract from what you were saying.
Go ahead.
I've been trying not to look at the screen because the blue hurts my eyes so bad, and I looked up and I saw that droopy fucking expression in that eye, and I was just like, oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on, Scotty. You were saying.
No, dude, that's fucking fine by me.
This fucking guy, man. What is he? What are you, Steve? What happened to you, man? You used to be fun to watch. You used to have a good perspective on things, and then like you became this feminist gangling ghoul of a man with a bitch boy beard and a silly hat on.
Yeah, and just a total false narrative and just
you're becoming Mac and Me with a bitch beard. Like remember the Mac and Me meme that they made?
Yeah, dude.
I actually found a tweet from him where like someone was basically calling on him like why he won't debate on the SJW shit, and he's just like, look, I don't debate things that have already been decided.
Whatever.
Fuck out of here. That's the mentality of this guy. It's just like, oh, this is all decided. We're right. This is it. Just accept it.
He would have never accepted that back in the day from a Christian person. Nope. I don't debate atheists because I've already decided that I don't debate on the truth. I don't debate on things that were decided 2,000 years ago when this book was written.
Already decided.
Decided.
People of color. When voter turnout is high in elections, progressive candidates historically do fairly well. When voter turnout is low, conservative candidates benefit. Number 3, it's targeted at people of color. A moment ago, I said that the Republican Party is interested in discouraging young people and people of color from voting.
It's really not, though. It's targeted towards people who vote Democrat, which some demographics reliably do. Like, if black people all of a sudden decided to turn around tomorrow and start voting Republican, you'd see them used by the Republicans to the exact opposite effect.
I mean, even look at this picture he's using. There's a white dude in line. I mean, he's affected by this fucking shit. Like, look, this is not... it's targeted at poor people. But people that are likely to vote Democrat.
Yeah, the poor.
I mean, there are some fucking...
Yeah, they already get the worst of everything anyway because they're the poor.
Right.
But please make no mistake about which of those two groups is the primary target of voter suppression policies. The pre-clearance clause of the Voting Rights Act was designed to prevent racist voting laws from being enacted. Voter suppression laws like those requiring
you still haven't given. Okay, here's about to give an example.
People to show an ID before they can vote.
Oh no! Come on,
buddy.
Really? Like,
look,
that's the dumbest thing.
Look at him, dude.
I know a lot of liberals are into this whole like the ID thing. I mean, like, why shouldn't you have to show an ID to vote?
Look at this. Can I just do this real quick?
Duck face.
I've lived I've lived a lot of my life pretty poor, and the last year or two of my life have been pretty lean. But let me get in my pocket here. Let's see what Paul's ego has. See, Paul's ego's driver's license is kind of up in the air right now, but Paul's ego, knowing that, has a fucking passport in his pocket. Because he doesn't travel without ID. When you want to do business in this country, you have to have fucking ID. Okay, it's not silly to require it at a voting place.
No, it's not. I don't agree. I mean, like, I agree with some of the fucking. I agree with the Democrats and the liberals on some of the things they describe as being problems in terms of voting, but having an ID just seems like no shit. You should have a fucking ID if you're going to vote. You should be able to prove who you fucking are. You should have a government-issued ID that you can present to people.
You know what? Someone in the chat room said end the show.
Really?
End the show.
Should we listen to the chat room?
You know what they say, that we never take criticism?
Yeah.
So I guess...
Man, I guess we should end the show, guys.
Fuck, all right, thanks. Sorry.
All right.
That guy in the chat's calling the shots tonight, you guys.
Yep.
Yep.
We gotta go.
We gotta take that feedback.
The chat has spoken. We have to take this feedback. Sorry, guys.
As you've said, we don't listen, so we're listening now.
We're listening
All right,
to you. Good night. Give it a thumbs up. Peace.